Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld. We have more planks to lay down. Can I say real fast how much I like this texture? How much I like the pattern for the planks. I will say though, the birch kind of looks like a banana because, oops, I didn't get the color tinting exactly right. So it looks like the inside of a banana instead of regular birch planks, but that's okay. So I guess that's about that. Howdy and welcome back. The point being, I do like the increased in saturation. Sorry, increased in contrast of the texture itself. That's how I prefer most stuff. Yes, I know I'm live. What am I doing? I'm still working on my little racing track thing that I started yesterday. This is where I will be testing how long it takes to perform different activities based on movement in the straight line. I'll be doing all the testing on my own time, recording videos at 120 FPS to get the most accurate representation of visuals, that way I'm not hindered by 60 FPS. It's not really a racetrack, it's more so time myself, walking, running, walk jumping, sprint jumping. It all stemmed from the question, is walk jumping, I don't know what the proper way to say that, is jumping while walking faster than just walking? That's what I'm gonna find out later. This is what I've decided is going to be start of a collection of test chambers of sorts, or testing areas of hopes, where I could do various Minecraft activities. After this, we're gonna have a giant pool. Oh, you know it'd be fun, a glass bottom pool. But here's the thing, I don't know how much sand we have. I may need to totally stockpile on sand. That means we're gonna have to go back to the beta 1.8 area and keep digging up that desert. But that's okay, because if I only go there and come back, it won't be too bad. Won't be nearly as bad as needing to go all the way to the 1.1 area. However, though, I've realized I never got back to the minecart rails on the nether roof. That's a big oopsies. I did the math. That's not true, I used MC Edit. MC Edit told me I need about 1,000 rails. Oh boy, I need 1,000 rails. 1,000 rails going in a straight line. And of course some of that is powered. I don't know how frequently, but whatever the math was, it was however so often I plop down, I think it's 5 powered rails, and that'll keep me going at good speeds. I'll get there when we do. Setting up that minecart track is going to be very useful for accessing the 3 new portal locations that we have compared to the 1.1 area. And look at that, we are done. Hooray! So we still have a little bit of cobblestone. I'll be taking this with me. I'll leave the ender chest for now, but we'll be coming back. Do I really want walls? I kinda do, kinda don't. I might just go with fences. Splash. I wonder if it's possible for me to land on here. Oh, it is. How close to the ladder do I need to be? Oh, I need to be very close to the ladder. I need to be way over here, which means if I end up over here, smack right down onto the grass. I don't know how much I want to do that. I'll figure that out later. Regardless, away we go. Did I not? Hello. Regardless, did I not set the game to Minecraft? No, I did. YouTube just didn't feel like displaying it again. 1% dropped. Sadness. Hello, hi, howdy to you as well. Let me, boop, feel slightly better about my tool set. Alright, hold on, I want to run again. Nom 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 nom. After we get this cart tracked down, we'll probably work on the minecart rails, since I think that's a better investment than the continual running back and forth. I'll figure out how to do the stations, but that'll be later. Yeah, this is all the glass I have. How am I going to do it on sand? This is all the sand I have. I need more. Oh boy. It wasn't the racetrack, it was the... I keep calling it a racetrack because I don't know what else to call it, but it's my little testing track. My Minecraft distance test. I should say speed test over set distance. Take the bacon, thank you. Do I know Windows Neptune? No. I still have all this dark oak. I might as well start using it. And who gave spruce an extra layer, but dark oak had to be resigned to somewhere else? Decisions, decisions. Will dark oak contrast? Oh my gosh, you can't even see it from the cloud. You know what it looks like? It almost looks like a flag. Kind of. Multiple flags. US flag if it had more stripes. Well, I think I will just casually go for some dark oak stuff. I'll work on the dark oak fences. Question is, how much do I need? How about I do some math real fast? Do. Don't want to be wasting resources. So the whole minecart, or not the minecart, the whole whole little testing track is 3 stacks forward, right? No, it was 4. It's 4 stacks forward. So let's see, we're looking at 4 times, well, I'll say 4 times 64, 256. Multiply that times, how many dividers? If there's 4 tracks, there's 5 dividers. 1,280. 1,280 fences, mostly. Well, I'll get to that later. So then I divide that by, I get 3 fences per craft, so that's about 427 times I'll need a craft. So 427 crafts. Divide that by 64 is about 6.67. 6.67 stacks. Alright. Of each item. So then multiply that by, I'm making sticks right. No, I need the planks on the side, which means multiply that by 4 is 26 stacks of planks. And then let me go back to that number again. Well, more like 27. And then multiply that by 2. 13 stacks of sticks. Alright, now we know. Now we have our math. So I need about 13 stacks of sticks and a lot of stacks of planks. So here, I'll start with, I guess, 6 and 12, which means let me grab even more dark oak because it keeps going. So starting out with the sticks, it's 4, there's 8, 12. Oh wait, I only needed, oops, well, too late. I can always use extra sticks. There's craft 1. We're gonna hope I did the math right. So that was 2. Oh boy. 3. Need more wood. Here, how about I bring this down? Ba-doop. This will probably be the last craft for now, till I start doing everything all over again. Alright, how many stacks are we currently at? 1, 2. That's 15, right? 8. Yep, 15. We have 15 stacks. And I needed... Hold on, what was I at? It was... 4 stacks each times 5. I needed 20, and I'm at 15. Alright, well, it's a start. You let me... Oh, wait, hold on, here. There's 9... Alright. Alright, well, we're getting there. I'll just do some more crafting. So each one crafts 3. I probably should have just done it that way. So either way, I needed... I'll just not do it. So it takes 4 times... I need 20. And we're at 15, which means I need about 5 more stacks. We'll craft 6. There's 18. And then just to get this to line up nice and evenly. Ta-da! Hooray! Selinator's back at it again, overcomplicating stuff. But this is okay because we'll hold on to the extra sticks because I always need more sticks. And I'll hold on to the extra dark oak fences because we'll be needing them for the edges. In fact, let me grab a little bit more. There are 4 lanes times 2. I need 8. I'll just grab a bunch of sticks. I need 8 dark oak fence gates. Do I have any dark oak as is? Oh, I still have a bunch of this. Cool. Apparently I have the slabs there as well, but I think those are supposed to move. There we go. Hooray, math. I've said plenty of times before, math is always more fun when you're not told to do it. But we'll catch some Z's before we get up there. That way, any bad guy that is up there will have already burned up or became neutral. Or in the case of the green bean, hopefully they'll not see me. We're going to take the long way this time. Oh, you know, before I forget, because I keep forgetting, I need to cross off. Oh boy, look at all this darkness. That's okay. Well, I need to cross off on the bounty board. Where is it? It was... What did I work on? Oh yeah, the Burke Firehouse. There it is. Oh, I already marked it as completed. Did I work on something after the firehouse? Oh yeah, the Church of the Levanoxians. I want to say that was an early build. An early design. That board's completely done. Hooray. I never went back. Hold on. I need to mark down beach versus artificial beach. Or I should say beach or gravel beach. Because I need to go back and find whenever I wrote down this sign. Because I don't remember. I haven't done a supermarket either. Oh yeah, here it is. Church of the Levanoxians. You're looking at completed. And we're off. So weird seeing this one giant strip of just darkness up there. How come the light's only coming in from one angle? Unfortunately, we still have some more time until lighting gets fixed. Oh, watching the slime? Ah, he changed direction. I was hoping he was going to keep going straight. I don't know what the percentage a slime decides to change its direction. But whenever it decides to bounce, it's already going to bounce in the direction it is chosen, which is why it chooses a direction before it bounces. And I am getting tempted to make this, instead of 3x3, make it a 5x5. We'll see. I feel like that text was not transcribed very well. Gave me flashbacks to years ago, maybe 2018. Windows 10 rolled out with a text-to-speech program or something, functionality. I said subscribe to Zelinator, and apparently it's smarter than a bunch of other people if it knows how to spell Zelinator right on the first try. That's concerning. Why does my computer know how to properly spell Zelinator? Unless it's heard me say Zelinator. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So here we are. We're going to set this down at each end. And now this is why, oops, hold up. How about we fill up our inventory with boop. Hooray, they all fit, cool. We're gonna play this smart and not stand on that. Oh yeah, how am I gonna do about lighting? I haven't figured that out yet. The sound change applier? Interesting. Nope. The concern that I may be missing a fence. But whenever I look back, I am not missing any fences. Was I in the range? Hold on. Was I in the range of the thingy? Does the bacon affect way up here? Oh no. That has speed. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's gonna mess up the results. I'd have to use one of the farther lanes. Yeah, oh wait, no, I have haste. I don't have speed. Never mind. Never mind. I don't have speed. I was concerned that the beacon was gonna mess up the test results. Here, I'll keep waiting around. I won't eat just yet since I don't need to run. And now that we've made it here to the end, this is where we set down the next set of fence gates. Alright, I'll start with this edge, and then I'll do the inner sides. That way I won't have to worry about falling off, because the entire area will be all safe. Safe and encapsulated. Hooray! We're also gonna hope we don't run out of fences, but I don't think I used more than one stack on each side. That's 20, plus the other side, that's 40. Plus another 10, 50. Oh, we should be good. 50 is less than 64. At least within the laws of the known universe, we believe that 50 is less than 64. That's assuming every number is equal. If I had to put a piston, it would need to be way up here. Otherwise, it'd look ugly trying to place a piston anywhere within the current house. Hi to you as well, you've returned. Oh, now it's time to feast. Let me finish up this edge here. Nom 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 nom. I wonder how long someone can survive off of a bacon-only diet. I don't need to test that. Well, maybe I did the math wrong, because instead of 64 we have, or instead of 24 we have 22 left. That's okay. Alright, away we go. Oh, I missed one. Maybe it is faster going sideways. Yeah, I changed my mind. At least now I don't have to worry about walking off. Longer than a golden apple diet? I don't know what sort of a nutritional value gold has. Surely someone has done it with how long golden apples have been within Minecraft. Not done the diet, done the research. I'm sure people have eaten gold before, and scientists have studied said people who've eaten gold. One teaspoon of gold contains 4 calories. Interesting. 100% carbs. 4 calories and 100% carbs. Huh. I did my math right? Hold on. I spent 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did do it right. Let me get everything back to the way it should be. Always double check your math, kids. But I'm pretty sure I calculated the fences correctly. Oh wait, that means I'll need to get rid of the shovel. It can wait. I know very small, or I have heard of very fine traces of gold being included. But if we're talking a golden apple, that's 1 apple completely coated in gold. That's a lot more gold than fine dust being included. And I don't never get tired of that sound. I never get tired of the old door sound. That was also used for trapdoors. And fence gates. And even chests for one version. One major version, I should say. Because that was quickly changed in 1.0. I feel like now we're moving. I just need to make sure I click fast enough. Because I can't place the fence where I'm standing, which means I can never place one branching off. Gold is edible, but we don't digest it. Makes sense. I know you're copying song lyrics. You've done it before, and I expect you to do it again. Alright, chunks, load. Why does the fog feel denser? Was it like this yesterday? That's performance. It's not where I wish it was, but that's alright. There's a lot of stuff going on, especially all the pigs directly beneath us. Let's take a look-see. Now we're all set. Hold on, let me get, I'm not gonna do all the scientific stuff. I'm just gonna whip out my phone timer. I'm not gonna do per frame accuracy. Am I exactly 925? So ever so slightly off the block, but that's alright. This way it's ever so slightly more than what it needed to be. But let me whip out my clock, my stopwatch real fast, and hiya! I'm not even pointing directly forward, am I? Negative 90.7. I'll need to make sure that the angle is exact every time. I should say the same every time. Uh-oh. And that messed up the value, but we're looking at around 36 seconds. Interesting. Now I know how long it takes going from one end to the other while sprint jumping. Alright, let's see. So, we're going to pick up we're going to pick up the ender chest, we're going to pick up our bed, and we've got some traveling to do, because we need to go get sand. I'll bother with the lighting later. I don't want to do the math. I'll probably do that on my own time after I'll do that on my own time after I do the math for how long it takes to properly go across. And it looks like placing down all those fences updated the lighting, and this is how it's supposed to look like. Use the gold you don't have to buy pizza. I don't know how many places accept gold. Alright, let me see. Where are the goods? So if we're looking at 1 block 2, I think it's here. Where's the painting? Is this true? Or is it on the painting? Not the painting, the item frame of it. Oh, I see the shadow. So that means I do have to update multiple layers. Alright. Should only be, let's see, if each one is 128 blocks. Is it only 3 maps due to offset? Looks that way. So there's 3. How about I move the pickaxe as well? How long until they fix item frames that when they pop off exactly where you want them to be? Num 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 num. Howdy Mazav, welcome back. Pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin? I feel like I do remember that story, but it's been so long I don't remember the details. Oh, this is all updated. Let me go all the way in case anything else needs updating while I'm out and about doing stuff. That's taken care of, and so is that one. Yeah, these maps update so fast now. In 1.7 and earlier, they were rather slow. Let me update all these. Then we'll go here. There's the very end of it. Oh yeah, I'll also need to update the maps with the firehouse. I think I've done the one with the sub-zells already. We'll do this before adventuring out. I should say stockpiling rails and then adventuring. We have work to do. Oops. Oh my gosh, it's just this giant brown strip. Oh man, that's what it's come down to. I've covered up a big chunk of the town just with that. I knew it was gonna happen, but oh well. I have all this airspace above us. We gotta take advantage of it somehow. So I did that. I did not update the Church of the Levanoxians, which is somewhere around here. I'll just steal all of them. Has to be on one of these. Or multiple. Excuse me. Oh, how dare you. Where are my Iron Golem security guards? Alright, I'll steal your XP. Oh yeah. Where'd all the pigs go? Wait, what's wrong with all the pigs? Why are they taking damage? Max entity cramming wasn't added until 1.12. What am I looking at? Wait, this wasn't happening yesterday, right? What did 1.8.2 do? Great, now there's gonna be all this bacon on the floor. You know what? If I replace... No, I can't replace everything with hoppers. Yeah, what happened? I'll take the bacon because of how much I eat it, but oh my gosh, what happened? This used to work. They used to just exist. I don't know why they're dying, but I can't replace the floor with hoppers because then they don't have any grass to spawn on. I can't just shut off the, I can't shut off these spawners because, well, I can, but I'd have to dig up all the grass to do this. Okay, this is a fruitless endeavor. This is nice, just getting the food, but I don't know what they did. I don't know what happened. Alright, I'm gonna solve this later. And we're gonna solve this while still in this version, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what they did because I'm pretty sure they were fine. They were existing in their own little pig pen, and that was that for a while. But I don't know why they're taking damage. I'm gonna have to go through the 1.8.2 pre-2 changelog. Oh yeah, I was supposed to end up over here. Is it this map? That's one of them. How about this map? There's another one. And this one. And number 4. Yep, we're all set. Cool, cool. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why the pigs are just casually splot. I don't know if it's all mobs from spawners. I'd have to go and find other mob spawners, but I don't know where I have other mob spawners. Wait, hold on. I know where I have one currently. Wait, can't I make spawners now that we're in 1.8? I think that was a 1.8 feature where you could place a spawn egg in a spawner to change the mob type. I don't remember if that was a 1.8 feature or if that's later though. Minecraft on a PSP? Interesting. I cannot say it's interesting enough for me to look into though. And huzzah! Oh wait, is this why I have all these pigs in this area? This is the spawner that keeps spawning them? Because I've asked before, why do I have so many pigs roaming around in that area? Wait a minute, hold up. Hold on. Do y'all see any iron golems? Goes the villager since 1.6. I have a looming suspicion something broke with entities. Slimes can keep doing stuff. Hold on. Did I lose my entire Inu army? I'm gonna be a little sad. Well, hold on. Something went wrong, I believe. There's one iron golem. And that's because he's currently on a half slab. And as soon as he steps onto a full block, he takes damage. Are they suffocating in the ground on every solid block? Is that why the slimes aren't taking damage? My wolves are fine, hooray. So, I guess they're immune, or the way they are. Yeah, you could see whenever he steps off of the the slab, starts taking damage. Here, I'm gonna fence you in real fast, buddy. I'd rather you not die. You're like the last iron golem in this world. And so we're just gonna keep you alive, okay? There you go. So, my entire iron golem army casually suffocated in the ground. And yeah, we got the last one. This is what happens when you play pre-releases. But that's okay. I'll solve this problem eventually. I guess it is kind of a good thing that I didn't really stockpile on any animals. Where does this belong? Oh, there it is. That one goes there. Boop. Yeah, when I realized... So how come Skellybums get to keep living? What's your dealio? He's not stepping... Oh, there he is. Why do the Skellybums get to live? Does that leave villagers undefended? I want to say the villagers are on the to-do list as well, assuming they take damage like everything else. So if the Skellybums get to live... I probably should have checked to see if that zombie was going to keep living in its own time. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back later, and we'll head off to the desert as I planned. Oh yeah, we were gonna place down rails first because I wanted to expand the nether minecart track. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a suggestion for the discontinued features wiki that this is potentially dangerous. That mobs just casually like to suffocate in the ground. I don't remember seeing this on the list, so if it hasn't been marked already, oop. Otherwise, I straight up missed it. But now we know. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I put away the fences. Keep the chest, keep that. We're gonna grab rails. Yeah, I need to fill that up with rails. And hold on, I needed... How many stacks of rails did I need again? Looking at about 1,000, divide that by 64, 15. Oops. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus a little extra, we could always use more. So good, I don't need to load this up into the ender chest. We'll be placing down the rails first, but that'll be later. And let me grab... Okay, put away the fences. Doo-doo. The golem was super jittery when he jumped. No, I noticed he was taking damage when standing on any solid block. That's a lot more than those animals. Alright, rails, and I'll grab 2 shovels. Grab some sticks. Wait, Before I see, how many shovels? Never mind. These are all the shovels I need. So I have the ender chest, I have the bed. I have plenty of food. This should last our minecart journey over there, hopefully. So next stop, the Nether. Hooray. We're gonna place down all the rails before we start digging up the whatchamacallit, before we start digging up the sand. One thing at a time, but I need to clean out my inventory of all the goods here. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. It's nice that I don't take damage from the nether portal anymore, since they changed how you pop in and out. You don't spawn in the portal, you spawn next to it now. Hooray! It probably was everything that was fixed in pre-release 3, and that was only what was listed. But we'll get there when we do. Man, why are the pigments fine? And zoop! Like, as you can see, I fixed the portals. Hooray! That's how it's supposed to look. Except they used to be 3D. Doo-doo-ba-doop. Howdy, Griffin. What is the top of? What? Not sure what you're referring to, but here we are traveling across the nether roof because we need to get to the beta 1.8 area. We need to gather some sand, but before we do that, I have some rails to place down, and we were also discussing a bug where entities casually suffocate in the ground when they're not supposed to. And it kind of killed off my entire iron golem army, every animal in the area, and now I'm sad. Because, yeah, I noticed my pig spawners, the pigs would immediately start suffocating. And I couldn't figure out why. And then that's when I noticed just about every entity was gone when it was standing on a solid block. However, thankfully, my wolves are fine. They are unaffected. That could be because they are sitting, which changes how their camera model or whatever is positioned. But yeah. So, in the meantime, we'll wait around for that to get fixed. But now I am certain I want to respawn all those iron golems, which means I'll have to spend a bunch of iron to do so. We'll do that later. You're still playing it? How often, though? I know, better question. How much time have you put into it ever since the last checkpoint? Well, done for 28 and writing the script now? You say you're writing the script now, yet I think to myself, how long between the script is done versus how long until the video gets published? Are we looking at by the end of the year, or is this going to be a 2025 thing? A fair amount of time. Close enough. Good progress is always nice. Here, let me turn that on. Turn this on, since we got nothing else to look at for a while. So now we sit, and we wait as the time passes. Last time you were back in Indef Chunks. Oh, you were playing survival test. I did miss your message. Did you do any... Are these two different worlds? If you were playing survival test, now you're back in in-depth chunks. What happened? Alright, I want to know how much farther. 2,000! Oi. We still have some time, unfortunately. Let's see, the monolith is right around the halfway mark. Right around the halfway mark. Then that's at 3,000. Then we go all the way to 6,000. That's for the 1.1 area. And then that's when we place down the goods. And it almost looks like I placed down a new set of powered rails right about every 5 chunks or so. Because I'm looking at it, and I wonder if there's a set distance. Maybe it's every 50 rails. I could see myself doing that. Every 50 rails I place down another set of 5 powered rails. And that's what keeps me going. So here's the monolith. Hooray! After the monolith, we have the beta 1.2 area. And this marks the end of the halfway zone. Oops. Because now we don't have anything until we get to the beta 1.8 area. For all the talk about the Mariah Carey defrosting every year, I haven't heard any of her music this year yet. I'm not exposed to any location that would be playing it. Mainly because I'm not exposed to many locations overall. And I really want to know, why does this GIF work? The clock spinning around, but how come my party potato doesn't work? I tried setting it up. It plays its 4 frames, and then it freezes, and then it plays the 4 frames again. And I don't know what happened. It's like there's some sort of delay before it wants to play the next loop, and that makes me sad because I don't know how else to get it going other than... well, I can't do a video. How many video formats support transparency? That's a big question. I want to say very little. Because I would rather not have a burned in background if possible. You stored the illegal wool. Oh boy, you're gonna have to wait around a bit. Isn't it none? What's none? What did I ask Griffin that you responded to? This is why, for all of my in-depth stuff, or at least the vast majority of them, I wanted to wait around a while before I bothered checking the in-depth chests again. Truth be told, I should have done so in 1.6, not 1.7, my fault, but oh well. Oh, video formats that support transparency. There's probably something that does, but nothing common or probably compatible with whatever I could put up for OBS. Yeah, I would have to go through and check, because apparently the party potato's too powerful for OBS or something, and it makes me sad because I spent all that time remaking it because the original one from the official Minecraft Discord server is a compressed 128 by 128 image file. No thank you. Give me my HD, please. And so I remade the whole thing in 1024 by 1024, which works well on a 1080p screen when played at the standard resolution. I even tried making a small scale version at 256 by 256. No, even 160 by 160, which is the same resolution on this clock. It still wouldn't play smoothly, so I don't know what the problem is. Gonna remake the installation guide? Go right on ahead. Wait, I thought you didn't have your computer yet. I thought that was until December. What are we at? 51 minutes. Man, it's not gonna be fun spending the 20 minutes back. You've sent the images? Oh, I see. Alright, then yeah, that's fine. After you write it all out, you can delete my messages. It's temporary from the second it was made. There's a lot of stuff that ends up being made as temporary, and then it sits. People can't interpret the text unless you treat them like toddlers. It is very hard for me to think in simple man terms. I tried being clear, but oh well. Perhaps I overestimated the intelligence of the collective community. How much farther do we have? 51,000. Alright, we're getting close. Hooray, we're getting close. I say we're getting close, but I still have to lay down all the rails and lay down all the rails coming back. And I don't know what we're going to do for portals in the future, since today is the last day where if I really wanted, I could use the dark oak tree bug to break through the bedrock roof, make another skylight. But it takes so long just for a tiny 6x6 hole. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth taking the time doing one where the third portal is. I finished the one at spawn this weekend, hooray. But before tomorrow, I don't think I want to gather even more dark oak saplings and work on the entire last nether skylight. Let's see, is this important? Hopefully we're getting close. Nope. What are we at? 0.2 drop frames, 342. It felt like I was having some internet issues earlier, but that could have just been the game I was playing called Holio. Why is it called that? Hole.io. I don't know how I first stumbled upon the game. I don't usually play .io games. But somehow this one stuck around. I used to play a lot of Spinzio. Does anyone remember GT Live playing it? I popped up on one of their streams. I can't remember which stream it was, but there was a time where I was chasing MatPat around during the GT Live on Spinzio. And that was a fun day. But yeah, I'm sad that Spinzio shut down because I had a lot of fun during that. Somehow Holio is still here though. I can't tell if most of the time I'm playing with bots, though. That's what it's feeling like. And we made it! Hooray! Boop. Alright, well, that was fun while it lasted. I'll figure out the powered rails later. I don't want to do the calculations and all that this time. So this rail is going to keep going on for a while as regular rails. Once we have a nice empty inventory, then I'll have plenty of space to fill it up with sand. And I also have the empty ender chest. And hopefully my 3 diamond shovels will be enough But I've been needing to place down these rails for a while. I figured since I have to come all the way back here, I might as well do it again now. How about I stockpile more? We can always use more in the hotbar. What are we at? An hour, or not an hour, we're at 55 minutes already. I don't think we're going home after this, since how long it would take. Chances are we'll go until the end of the episode with all the sand we dig. At least with all these rails, especially with the powered rails that are going to help extend the minecart track. This will help give me a moderate start. Because ideally, we need to go all the way until... How far was it? I want to say it's close to 8,000. 8,000 on the Z-axis. We still have a ways to go until we get there. Well, once we hit that, we will have covered plenty of portals. I'll build the little train stations later. That'll be when I get to the powered rails and get this functional. I'll also need the signs. Yeah, of course, the whole redstone setup. How are we doing? Oh, you know we're close to chunks that were not populated before. Hiccup, because you could see the mushies. And unfortunately, we cannot see very far. Insert complaint about 6 chunk view distance and nether here. Bedrock Edition. Bedrock Edition didn't have the nether fog limitation for a while. And I remember, because the render distance on Bedrock, back then, when the game ran better than it does nowadays, I had a very high render distance, and I can see so far in the nether. What a great time that was. And then, poof, hooray parity, they brought over the 6 chunk render distance maximum in the nether for Bedrock, and I became sad again. So, if I want to get rid of fog in the nether, I'd have to acquire a mod that does so. How do you currently display stuff in the art gallery, and what sort of things do you put in the art gallery? Oh, it passed 7,000, hooray. Maybe that's what I was going for, 7,000, not 8,000. It might have been 7,200 I was hoping for. I don't remember where I did the math to get 1,000 blocks. Well, this will get us far enough ahead that I can construct the train stations from here. Ready for the fun part, though? I get to run all the way back. Yay. We'll be returning to the beta 1.8 area. More mushies. I wonder how far of an offset I am, because at this point... Oh, there it is. There's my portal. Man, it's right next door. But at this point... Yeah, I overshot it by a little bit. Hooray! Right where I wanted to be. But by this point, where we are, these are chunks that were... Or this axis, I should say. Way over here. I haven't been this far before the big ol' Nether Farlands journey. So until recently, because that portal I built not too long ago, but until recently, these chunks somewhere around here were only generated back in beta 1.7.3 when I was stepping across the roof. But I want to say my X was at 300 and not here at 50. which means we might be farther than the old far render distance back when I was still walking. I'd have to go back because if we're only 7,000 blocks away from world origin, then I wouldn't really be much farther than, or I still would have been within that first 10-hour episode. So if I really wanted, I could go back and double check where exactly I was when I did hit 7,000 on the Z-axis. The Rainbow Museum of Color. All paintings and all wools. Don't worry, the wools will be colorful later. Assuming you make it to beta 1.2. Is this another slow or fast, depending on your view of it, updating world? If you shared about it before, I've already forgotten. $6,500. We need to get around 5,900. Slow for some. Slow for some, and snail pace for others. Since how many months has it been since the checkpoint already? 2 or 3? Gonna take a long time. That's okay, because once you update, you can't go back. I kind of stuck with the one version per episode thing, just because that's what works for the series pace. But every once in a while, when I like a version, I'll stick around a little longer. Boop. Back to let's take the minecart. I spent all this iron on the minecart track. How about I use it? So that was the 1.0 area. Then that means we have... I think this might be it. No, we have beta 1.9, then beta 1.8. Classic is fun. I've got no problem with with how long you spend in Classic. But here's the thing, it takes so long for episodes to come out. At the pace you're going, Minecraft the Journey is the hare, not the tortoise. And we made it. Hooray! We finished one long, tedious task. Now we'll start working on another long, tedious task. I don't know what time of day it'll be, though. We'll need to catch some Z's, probably, when we get out here. Started in dev in October last year. Were you telling me about this? I feel like you shared before. And I'm kind of surprised it's a bright sunny day. Oop, there didn't used to be snow up here, but that's a blame 1.7 thing. Why's the pressure plate floating? Is this how it looks like in modern? Is this really how pressure plates look like? Howdy potato, welcome back. The steady part. I know. I wasn't making the best analogy. I was referring to speed. Is it really only once every month? It feels slower than that, but I'd have to go back and check the times. Oh yeah, I never fixed this. I have a lot of rails that need work. Oh well. Later, perhaps later. But here's the desert. This desert will become pancake. You could already tell based on that exposed stone and sandstone. Especially with how flat that area is. Oh, can I reach? Hooray! So let's see, while we're in the area, where's a good place to start flattening? I might start at this layer. I usually like working top down, then going around. There's some stone, but I don't know if it generated that way. Alright, we'll start here. I hope you like the sound, because we'll be hearing it for the next 55 minutes or so. That's assuming I don't fill up the ender chest and my inventory first. Quick question for anyone who knows. When do dead bushes start dropping leaves? Not leaves, start dropping sticks. Asking a bunch of questions while planning. I see. Someone was talking about an end of world, one of my viewers was talking about an end of world and carving out the entire bottom section. We're trying to dig out the whole thing, don't remember. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 5 months, 6, 7, 8, 8. I guess it is averaging about a month now, the days. Have you asked that already? I might have. I had a feeling it was 1.9. I like my verification though. What am I gonna do with the cactus? I'll leave it here for now. Or I could replant. I don't need it that badly. I have plenty of cactus at home. Oops. You know, I don't know how much cactus I have at home. But I have the cactus farm, I thought. I think I have a farm for every growable plant by now. Better things to do, work. Oi. Such is life for the majority of people. And finally, sun's going down. At least I made it to the area before we could sleep. See you later, son. I'll need to verify the vines though. I kind of want to know why they are slightly different than the leaves. Are people these days really that obsessive over animal preferences? I should say pet preferences. Because if so, I'm not witnessing that. Of course, I do not witness the majority of people these days. Alright, close enough, the Zelamoon. You know what? No, hold on. We're gonna do some tests. Unless it starts raining. Then I'll sleep. But we're gonna do some tests. I want to look around and see what sort of bad guys are spawning. There's a sheep over there. Hey sheep, do you get to live? Are sheep safe? I guess so. He's not taking any damage. Sheep are safe. I see spider. Oh, something. Something took damage. The zombies look safe. The spiders and skelly bumps are safe. It really is the creepers. Why is it only some mobs? I lack comprehension. This is kind of odd. Hi, back at you. Alright, excuse me, Zomble. I don't like throwing stuff away, but I've done the test that I've needed to. Boop. I do not need a single Zomble flesh. That's going to take up inventory space when I'm trying to maximize the amount of inventory space. Alright, back to digging as we watch the bad guys burn. But hey, at least there won't be any creepers left behind. The ground will be consuming them. From dust they were created, to dust they will return. Oop, I'll take that. I don't know where to replant, so I guess I'll hold on to that for now. I'll figure out what to do with the cacti I collect later. Alright, time to consume the bacon. Nom 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 nom. Is that another stone mountain? What is that one doing there? Oh wait, no, that is dirt. Oh, it's the fog and the saturation. I was kind of confused why there's a stone mountain so close to my beta 1.8 terrain. Nope, just the fog. It's also nice seeing the swamp over there in a nice bright green. It's not as noticeable at home when there wasn't supposed to be a swamp to begin with. I'm not at all surprised that you were quoting more song lyrics. It's exactly what I said earlier. The squid are safe, but I know the squid aren't taking suffocation damage from on land. I wonder though, if I put a squid on land, is he affected by the same bug too? That'd be something I'd have to try out. Back in the day, I had creative worlds to test the different versions, but as time passed, I ended up just sticking to the main survival world. And I think, alright, there we go. This area is now pancaked. Why you being weird? I didn't want to say it out loud. Don't worry. Oh wait, hold on. Potato, are you a mind reader? Oh, I know. Great minds think alike. I don't know how much we think alike, though. Is it ever possible to compare two minds? I'm sure there are psychology tests to help. There's more zombie flesh. I didn't want the stuff. We're gonna take the gunpowder. It's free. But I'll have to say, I don't need this. Oh, hold on, chicken. Hold on, chicken. You are, I need you for a test. Are you affected too? Nope. Chicken's safe. Interesting. Huzzah. Ah, I wasn't supposed to spawn a baby chicken. What's the chance of that? Isn't it 25%? 25% chance of an egg spawning a chicken, and then it's an even smaller amount for a chicken, or for 4 baby chickens to come from the egg. I can't remember what the percentage is for egg spawn rates. Chicken egg spawn rates. Regular creative eggs are 100% spawn rate. Are there any other types of... Oh, the dragon egg. Dragon egg has a invalid spawn chance because it doesn't spawn anything. Minecraft food. Has it ever really made sense? Minecraft is full of inconsistencies between items. I think the easiest example that I remember was the wood conversion rates when crafting materials. when used for crafting materials. Which version of Minecraft is my favorite? Classic 0.25_05. I've been meaning to get back to my main survival test world on there, but I haven't done so in a while. And I want to see, is this cow completely safe? Why is it only pigs? Why are pigs affected, but chicken, sheep, and cows are not affected? So it's not every animal. This is quite odd. Someone done goofed math somewhere with the animals. It's not even animals, it's my iron golems as well. And apparently green beans are affected. Oh well. I'll need to go through. I'm thinking about, assuming there's not already a list on the discontinued features wiki, I'm going to need to go through and confirm every single mob. Do my own creative world test and plop down, or I should say use a spawn egg and verify which ones take damage, which ones don't. I know it's something with the hitboxes, but why is it only certain hitboxes is my question. Because I'm not currently seeing a pattern by the affected mobs. Unless there's a problem with them to begin with that was only discovered now. Maybe they were always slightly lower than what they were supposed to be, and this is the version that ended up causing it to be found out. Don't like salmon in 1.13. What changed in 1.13 to happen to salmon? I didn't know there was a change to salmon. Was it the... Could you put them in a bucket? I think most fish were only the fish items. Well, I should say fish, but there was... All fish was renamed to cod, right? And then there was salmon, and then... I don't remember. Rivers keep spawning new salmon? Oh. Other passive mobs don't work because they don't spawn after world generation. Was that ever fixed? Was that old spawning system ever corrected in modern day stuff? Or is it still a problem? One 1.8.2 is that there was a jukebox bug on the potentially dangerous versions list. Because that would probably be where else. I know 1.8.2 pre-3, I believe, fixed the spawning, dark oak spawning, using the roots to get through bedrock. I know that one, which is why I finished up all the nether skylights I could beforehand. So yeah, if it's not listed there, then it's probably not listed anywhere else, which means, what happened? So I'll be putting that suggestion later. But that'll be after I list every affected mob, because I like to be consistent. It's already nighttime again. That's alrighty. At least I'm not running around, which would have spent hunger rather quickly. One of these days I'll need to look at the saturation usage rate per activity. Stuff like breaking blocks and I guess that's it. It's walking, but this is still using the old hunger system. Modern day walking does not affect hunger. You could walk forever if you never sprint and never jump. I should say walk forever without getting hungry. Of course, that's not possible in the overworld, but that means you could walk across the nether roof from one end of the world to the other and never get hungry in 1.11 and later. Very good. We're getting there. I'm surprised I didn't spend. It's been 15 minutes, right? I think it was around. No, maybe it's been closer to 20. I don't remember how long. Imagine walking all 60 blocks of the current world. Well, you see, there's one such man by the name of Mystical Midget who's walked 32 million from the middle of the world all the way to the end of the beta 1.7.3 world. And then, from the start of the Farlands, he went sideways and started walking to the corner. Last time I checked, I want to say he was at 8-something million. So he's walked over 40 million blocks. What will he do once he reaches the corner Farlands? I don't know. For all I know, he's going to keep walking to the edge again. Or this will be his last journey, because at that point, that will be around 34 million blocks total. No, sorry. It would be 32, 54. 32 plus another 12. 44. There we go. 44 million. Mental math while trying to talk and dig. 44.5 million blocks in one Minecraft world. Oh boy. That's not 60 million from one end to the other, but that's still quite a lot. Of course, I know across multiple Minecraft worlds, Fig has walked from the middle of the world to the edge in modern. That was 30 million. Plus a corner journey, which is about 17-something million. Then, did he have another journey? I'm trying to remember if he had a third one. He started an Alpha 1.0 journey. I don't remember how far he got on there. And a dunk. Either way, point being, it's not impossible. It's just very time consuming. Enchant your shovel? I have a whopping 7 levels. I do not plan on enchanting my shovel. I have an XP farm, but I think it's not as efficient as it used to be. I'll need to go back through and verify. I'll probably look up proper guides on the wiki to see what are the best practices for modern, since I still use the old beta design. What is the world border between beta 1.8 and 1.7? 30 million minus about a chunk or so. I think it's a chunk inward, which is 29,999,984. I think the 85th block is where the tinted blue wall is. Oh, how does it work? It's a physical barrier that Minecraft imposes on you. Because Minecraft, whatever they did in 1.8, when they added the physical world border, what they did was terrain beyond that point generates as solid again. Hooray! You can get solid blocks after 30 million. for a little bit. However, I don't believe that generates very far in vanilla. I don't remember the exact distance. It was somewhere between, I think, 200 and 300 blocks or so. Past that the terrain will still generate. It doesn't really do much, but it is solid, which is an improvement over the terrain. Oh wait, hold on. What am I talking about? I'm talking about 1.8. You were talking about beta 1.8, 1.7. I ignore all that of what I said. I was talking 1.8 and later. So the way that the terrain works is at exactly 30 million, everything becomes non-solid. Everything becomes non-solid and full bright, as you would expect of the old terrain past 32 million in beta 1.7.3 all the way through alpha 1.2.0. Before alpha 1.2.0, there were no ghost chunks. It just stopped rendering, and if you tried passing 32 million, you would get stuck. If you're talking about the Farlands as a terrain generation, they were moved far, far beyond what would be normally possible within vanilla, I believe. If I'm remembering the fix correctly, the Farlands were still capable of generating, but at such extreme distances that you would require a lot of setup to see them again. Ignoring all of the 64-bit stuff that's gained a lot of popularity within the community, I've seen. Boy, the sand continues. Sometimes I wonder why Notch chose to put the edge of the world at 32 million. I don't remember if I've said before, but looking at code specifically for beta 1.7.3, that 32 million limit, there's nothing really special about it. It's just whatever Notch chose to put there. And so it was a very easy fix for Fig to bump up the solid terrain from 32 million and set it to 2.147 billion. And all the terrain that would normally be ghost chunks in vanilla generate as solid. And other than the increasing world jitter, the whole chunk offset visual bug, but that can be fixed using another simple fix, then the chunks kind of generate as is with very minimal problems. I get the feeling that Notch chose 32 million because he thought it was a nice big number, and at the time he didn't believe anyone would ever get there. He was about as naive as Scott Cawthon, thinking that no one would ever beat 2020 mode. But oh well. So yeah, for that reason, I don't know how familiar Notch was with the exact start of the Farlands when he first chose to use 32 million when working on InfDev 327. But I know he talked about the Farlands at some point afterward. I want to say when the game was already in beta, it would have been known by then. In fact, the Farlands were known since at least June 2010. I want to say at the time, June 8th, InfDev was already out. Was good? Sorry, I don't speak internet. Yeah, I don't know how familiar Notch was, but I believe he didn't bother verifying the distance or whatever, so he just said 32 million. That's what we're going with. Since originally there were the stone walls at 33 million. Maybe that's what happened. Notch knew about the stone walls at 33 point whatever million and said, we'll set the limit slightly before that. And then, he didn't bother to realize that an entirely different set of Farlands generates at 12.5 million. That's kind of funny to me. Whether it's true or not, we may never know. Chances are Notch doesn't remember. But that's my tinfoil hat theory for the day. Notch knew about the 33 million limit and set the Farlands at set the world to be 32 million without verifying whether or not that sort of terrain generated within the new InfDev 327 format. I should say the 327 terrain generator. And Hadoink. Oh, it's not yet. We need to wait for the eyes of the Zelamoon to rise. Then we can catch some Z's. A Chewy, there we go. Oh, we can't see the eyes yet, but the horizon is below that because 2 blocks. See, what is this important? Nope, not important. Back to digging sand, but there's not a lot of sand left to dig since the ender chest is full. What's good? Oh. Was G. Was good. Interesting. Minecraft is good. Now, whether old Minecraft is better than new Minecraft, that will always be up to personal debate. I will always be biased towards old. But hey, discussions make things interesting. I wonder how many modern players tried beta and make videos about why they think beta is overrated and would rather play modern. I feel like the majority of those arguments come down to quality of life features, which I'm not going to disagree with. The entire modern day inventory management system we have as of 1.12 or so, I prefer much more than the manual you must make every click back in beta. We're going to pick up our bed, fill up this stack, and then we'll go from there. I've never really been too familiar with the black cat superstition. I'm not familiar with the whole story and all that. Personally, the only cats I've ever had were, let's see, there was Calico, Siamese-ish, mostly, and Gray. Shades of Gray. Not 50 though, but oops. Oh, I should add that as a sound effect. Every time I make a terrible joke. Oh well. I see you, Zomble. Oh, are you gonna try to swim? Sorry, buddy, you're not gonna make that. Well, surprisingly, we didn't run out of time. That took a lot. That took a lot less time than I was expecting to dig up all that sand. I'm not a big shulker box person. However, this is one of those times where I would be totally cool with filling up on a few shulker boxes because I don't know how long this sand is gonna last me. So 1 inventory plus the entire ender chest. I'd rather get a few full chests full, but oh well. What's stopping you from getting a cat currently? So we have 25 minutes to make it all the way back home. But like I said, thankfully we're over here in beta 1.8 and we're not all the way at the 1.0 area because that would have taken even longer. 47,644 is where that portal is. And we are at 5,900. Don't have the time. Oh. Alrighty. So we need to go north. So that's left. Relative to where we're currently facing. Whoops. switch, press the button, off we go. Hooray! And now we sit here and we wait. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. There wasn't a lot for me to do out at the distance, but all this sand, or at least the big chunk of the sand, is going to be used for glass bottom aquarium of sorts. That'll probably be the next testing area that we work on. I don't have any aquatic tests to do right now, but maybe in the future I'll come up with one. Thankfully, it'll be high enough up that I'm not going to worry about squid spawning, since I think squids only spawn between 40, Y40, and 64. Unless I'm misremembering. Maybe the squid spawning was changed in 1.18. If anyone is familiar with 1.18 and squid spawning, feel free to share. I'll even include glow squid, since I don't know if glow squid spawn at the same levels or not. I don't even know if squid can spawn in all biomes. I feel like they used to be able to, and then I think that was changed to only rivers and oceans, and deep oceans and ocean variants, all that fun jazz. Squid is one of those mobs that, I should say, are one of those mobs that I barely interact with, so I'm not as familiar with. 5,000. We need to get all the way to about 200. Glow squid are deep underground in all biomes. Interesting. So we can only find them in the caves, huh? I did not know if they could spawn naturally in the ocean alongside other squid or not. An 8-byte CPU. Okay. Doo-doo-ba-doop. 8 bytes equals 64-bit. Okay. Below Y30, it seems. I wonder how deep the deep oceans can get. I don't even remember how far oceans get in, what is it, 1.7. I want to say 1.7 deep oceans go farther down than the old beta 1.8 through 1.6.4 oceans. One of these days, I'll fully go through Minecraft's terrain generation system and spawning and all that fun stuff. See it for my own eyes. And then take that knowledge for use in Voxel Voxels. Not copy it directly, probably. I want to focus on my own custom terrain generation. That'll be later. I still haven't taken the time to get chunk generation to work. Well, that's not true. I do have it working. It's just too slow, but I haven't solved what Notch did back in the day, where Notch, even to Minecraft these days, I believe, when it samples the noise in generating the overall world shape, at least back then, it samples it every 4 blocks, not every single block. And I believe that's much faster, because trying to perform the noise sample on every single block is a rather slow operation. And so every 4 blocks means you only need to do it every, not every 25%. I think it would be every 1/16th, because if it's a 4x4 square, you only have to do 1 out of the 4x4. So then that means it's only 1/16th of the amount of blocks that you are sampling noise. And then you just interpolate between the two. And then poof. I guess performing the interpolation operation is a lot faster than trying to sample the noise. Anyways, that's one of the things that I need to figure out, but that'll be later. And that could probably produce some interesting terrain since it's not sampling noise directly, which is rather predictive. And for the most part, I've only worked with one type of noise in the past. I'll be working on multiple layers to it, but that'll still be later. If I can get chunk generation to be much faster, then I could focus on chunk rendering because I'll know how to generate the world. Unless if I should do rendering first. I've thought about limiting the world size and getting infinite worlds later, but then I'll be missing out on half the fun of having my own set of farlands. Oopsies. Hold up. Why did that take 2 hits? This is a sword with sharpness. That should have taken only 1. Supposed to press the lever first. And hadoink. There we go. We're halfway home. Almost. We're about halfway or so. You know what I should do? I should add milepost markers. Every 500 blocks, put a sign that says how far I've traveled. Why do you need it to be, why do you need nighttime? Is there something I'm missing? Is there some sort of activity you shared before I've already forgotten? I don't know what skit you are referring to. Is there something I'm supposed to be familiar with that is not registering? Yeah, every however many blocks or so, I'll plop down a mile marker. That way, you don't need the F3 coordinates. Hooray! The Infdevia skit that you talked about? Either I didn't read it, or I've completely forgotten. That means I'll wait around until it's done. So we're at hour 43, a little more than 15 minutes left of the day. I'll need to collect a whole bunch of coal, start plopping it in all the furnaces. Cooking up the sand. The sand's gonna take 10 minutes to cook in its entirety. So that's probably not gonna be all done today. But one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So we'll go from there. I think I'll put the milepost markers. Wait, hold on. I can only write signs on one side, can't I? Heard of studs? I've heard of the term stud, but I don't know if that's specifically what you're referring to. There's also wall studs. I think that's the term used. Those are usually the where you mount screws and nails in, because that means there's a sturdy beam back there, and it's not just the drywall or whatever. Roblox unit of measurement? No. Roblox has never been within my area of interest. 0.31 meters? Why? There has to be some sort of basis for why they chose 0.31 meters. Because 3 of them is only 0.93 meters. If it was 0.33, that would make more sense. But at 0.31, that doesn't equal evenly anything that I can think of. Unless it's meant to be based on a person's height, which is going to be exactly 6 studs. Howdy, Henry. Welcome back to the last 15 minutes of today. We're riding a minecart. They're supposed to be 1 foot. Oh, that would make sense. Oh yeah, 3 of them would be a yard, right? Oh, I see. Maybe that does make sense. Why would they measure it in meters then? Or is that just you measuring in meters because you're not American? I didn't think about that. It's actually 0.28. That feels slightly too short. 0.91 feet. Why? That's closer, but that's not exactly 1. So it still doesn't even out to anything perfectly. No other unit of measurement I can think of. Is this just them trying to have a perfect scale? Kind of like how Minecraft, when trying to compare 1 block to 1 meter, trying to have real people in that, it doesn't work right. Which is why for the Minecraft movie, a Minecraft movie, that's why they're using a scale smaller. I want to say instead of, what'd they say? Instead of 1 meter by 1 meter, it was, I thought it was like 2 feet by 2 feet. Calling a stud equal to the length of a stud is not beneficial to the point I'm trying to get at. There's a question. Why are you asking me? Were you gonna take the something about Roblox and stud size somewhere? Because so far that hasn't happened. Can I see the line? It's getting there. Kind of blends in with the sky. At least the dark oak parts. It almost looks transparent. Except that only happens when it's nighttime. Because during the day, then it definitely stands out. And, oops. Let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, and then we'll head over to the whatchamacalled, the little blacksmith hut. I think that's what I've been calling it. Day 4,983. We're getting close to 5,000. Maybe by the end of the week. Depends on how much I sleep. How much I sleep in Minecraft. Don't worry, I get good sleep out in the real world. Doo-doo-ba-doop. Place your bets now, since I didn't bother doing the math. I think I'm going to run out of... Here, I'll set that there for now. I think we're going to fill up every single furnace. Oops. I feel like I am. In fact, I'm certain I am. Well, I guess I'll hold on to the extra sand. In fact, I might come back here on my own time later. Let's just grab the rest of this now, I suppose. I hear you, slime. Of all the mobs that I wish... Am I crazy? I'm hearing... Okay, it's you. I was getting... Oh, no, it's you. You're the problem. I could hear the slime, but then I came outside. I didn't see any of them. And I thought, is it a ghost slime? Am I haunted? But yeah, on my own time, I'll need to come back here and swap out all the sand and also put the fuel back into the furnaces. And this iron golem gets to keep living. Hooray! Because I made sure that he is in a safe spot for now. Oh, this looks so weird. It's not smooth at all. Did I not have any cobblestone stairs at the time? When did I build this? It was 1.4 or 1.5, right? I had upside down stairs by then. I might go through and... Nah, I'll just leave it. Famous last words. Either way, what we'll do next is we'll grab more cobblestone while we wait around for that sand to cook, since we still have about 10 minutes left of the day, a little less. And surprisingly, I only picked up 12 cactus. I didn't realize I still had it on me. Whoops. Out of sight, out of mind, because I'm not seeing it when it's in my inventory. Alright, where is it? It would be a Alpha 1.0.6 feature, which means I should have it around here. It'd be after Redstone. Oh, here it is. I guess it's across from Redstone. There's all my cactus green. I wonder if I kept any of the cactus green in the dyes chest. Sort all that. Where'd all my torches go? Hopefully I put them in the torch chest, and I'm not keeping them in some place random. Alright, yeah, we will consume the 2 extra bacon now because we'll fill up on an extra half a stack. And at least we still have all the cooked bacon here. Hooray! So we're gonna start out with cobblestone. This will get me the line. The starting... Hiccup? This will get me the starting area. Howdy, Rye. Welcome back to the last 7-ish minutes of the day. Don't know if I need that much. We're gonna grab it anyways. Let me head over here real fast. Ah, yes. You seeing that? The entire underside is one big lighting bug. No, not a lightning bug, sadly. Because they're poisonous to frogs. Lighting bug where it casually casts the entire underside of the surface in shadow. We're at school. Sadness. Alright, what are we looking at? I wanted to find out where exactly the corners are, but I don't think either of them line up where I want them to be. Oh wait, I have. Oh, is there no top block yet? There's no top block of the thingy. I'm looking, I guess I'll have to compare with the sky because I could compare the skylight. 15 means sky access, 14 means there's no sky access. You're naming all the paintings? Oh, hold on, that's not helpful because that shows me, oh, here's 15, here's 14, that means the corner's right here. Yeah, this is not, did I just update all that block lighting? Really? Hold on, let me grab my fortune pickaxe. Are you really gonna tell me that I have the power to update lighting way up there from down here? That's you. Nope. Yes, not. I don't know what happened. That was weird. I don't know why that corner updated. I'm pretty confident, but you told me I was wrong, which means I'll have to try harder next time to figure it out. So, yeah, there's no good place to put a staircase here. That was the whole test for this. Above slab. Is that really what made the difference? So let's see. Yeah, the skylight's still way dark down here. Acha. Nope, that still didn't update it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure out. But anyways, the whole point for all this was I wanted to have a pillar right at the corner, but that's not going to happen unless if I add a little branch off of it. Well, either way, that means we're going to have to go all the way up top and then build some pathways. So what I was kind of envisioning was maybe a staircase from there. Oh no, that's not going to look good. We'll have a staircase over here. Because I can build staircases going up now that we have the ability to craft upside down staircases. I say now, but we've had that for a while. Since part 2. So I have 4 minutes to lay down as many cobblestone stairs as I can because I want to keep going up. I want to keep going up for this aquarium. I have this image in my mind for how I want to lay it out. And I don't have the cobblestone stairs there. I'll take all of them. Oh, close enough. So I'm thinking to myself, if I keep up the 2x2 pattern... I missed the water. That's not true. I would have landed in the water, except I turned around. But I'm thinking of the 2x2 pattern for pathways. So if we start there and go up... Oh, it's not even by 2, it's by 1. I'd have to add another fence or something on the backside. Decisions. Either way, I'll figure that out soon. I guess I could make it 3 blocks wide. If it's 1 block in the middle, 3 blocks wide, it would be a fence on each of the sides. That way I get a little bit more than 2 blocks. A little bit more than 2 blocks total width. Or sorry. Yeah, it is slightly more than 2 blocks because it's 1 plus 0.6 plus 0.6. That gives me about 2.2 blocks total width. Not important. Total random information about how much space you have available between one fence and the other. Oh, am I gonna make it? Nope, straight through the cloud. I raced a cloud and lost. Not many people can say that. So what I was thinking of was putting another row here. This is where the fence would go. That way I could have 2 fences. It's already turning nighttime. 'Tis be unfortunate. Oop. And all those stacks are complete. I finished off the incomplete one. Coolio. So I'll extend it 1 extra block. And so what I was saying with the stairs was right here. How high up will we go? I don't know. Depends. How tall do I want to make How tall do I want to make the aquarium? How about 10 blocks? So we'll go 10 blocks up. We're currently on 161. We'll go to 171. Is 10 blocks good enough? I'll go up to 170. I'll make it 9 blocks. Even if I drop it down, that'll be... Or if I have a smaller ledge, that would be 160. Or sorry, 169. No, minus the floor, minus the 1 block, minus... Yeah, so 7 blocks. 7 blocks deep should be fine. Alright, math. I think I've said plenty of times before, sometimes on stream, I just keep spewing out numbers that aren't really relevant. So here we are with the fence. Due to how it's shaped, let me build this little platform real fast here. Due to how it's shaped, we're going to put one full block here. This way I can still have some sort of guardrail for the fences, since you can't put fences on top of stairs without it looking a little weird. So yeah, it's now TikTok. Hello, noon o'clock. Oh my gosh, we got a problem. Oh boy, what are y'all doing here? Let's be smart about this. That's a big oops. But yeah, it's now TikTok noon o'clock. We're gonna catch some Z's real fast here while it's still safe. Oh my gosh. That's so bad. Yeah. Let's wow, look at them. Look at them all. It's because they can't spawn anywhere else in the world. Yeah, say your final thoughts now before we end off the stream. We're gonna only stick around with the spiders, but I need to finish placing down the guardrail here. Not even the rail, just getting the cobblestone in place. Ah, that's nice. Surprised, out of all those zombies and all those skelly bums, none of them were wearing helmets. Any of them wearing helmets could have survived the daylight. I want to say it still takes damage though, which means eventually the helmet would break and they'd take fire damage. Not important, not important. But yeah, that's all it for today. We'll be back again tomorrow, most probably. We'll keep working on some sort of water-based arena. It's probably going to be like a big pool, big glass bottom pool. Hopefully I can get it to look cool. Yeah, that's all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.